2009 for Monday, June 9th to order. And you have roll call, please.
District 1, Mr. Carrillo.
Here.
District 2, Larry Grogan.
Present.
District 3, Joe Maruca.
Here.
District 4, Jerry Wyatt.
Present.
And District 5, Wally Leimgruber.
Mr. Leimgruber is absent today. Would you please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Okay, a little, you have in front of you a spreadsheet that says proposal of balance on it. And this, we handed out another one. This has all of the augmentations and the supplemental augmentations, or the supplemental augmentation requests on it, so that in the future when you start looking at how we can balance, you'll have kind of a quick list of what is being requested. We have also handed out to you...
And these match the numbers inside the augmentation here?
Are they the same as in the book?
They're the same as in the book, but they're only the general fund. This is just for the general fund.
Right.
Okay.
The other thing that you have handed out to you is an authorized position allocation list. The reason we've handed out a new one is we seem to have two different versions, just to make sure everybody has the one that says 6/5/2008.
This is the one that's in the book under the tab there, authorized position allocation.
It should have been sitting in...
No, I know, but it's the same as the one in here, or...
it should be the same.
Okay.
But just in case it isn't, we've handed out another copy.
Okay, thank you. Correct. Okay. Right?
And I believe what was in the proposed budget, which is the smaller binder, you had in front of it some handouts for today that did not make it into the tabs.
In the front, okay, before the first tab?
Yes.
Yeah, there are.
And that, by the way, that in the proposed budget it says proposal to balance, but actually what you have behind that are the schedules.
Well, you have your proposal balance there,
And then,
which you handed out, and then you have
the schedules.
the summary of the county budget from the,
So
right?
you should have Schedule 1, Schedule 5, and Schedule 8A, Schedule 13, and 13A. 13 represents the special districts.
Those are the numbers up in the right-hand corner.
Correct.
Schedule 1. I have Schedule 1, Schedule 13. Okay, followed by 5, yes. Followed by 8A. Okay?
And then you have the budget detail, and these are starting with the budget detail. They're numbered.
The big one, the small one.
Yeah. On the small one? I'm sorry. I just want to explain to you what you had in front of you, because I know, well, we don't have any press here yet, so that's okay. If anybody wants to look at the press tabs, they'll understand what's there. This budget detail is in the order of the oversight department, so it would say Ag Commissioner, it would say CEO, it would say Fire Department, it would say District Attorney, up in the upper left-hand corner. And these are numbered, beginning with the first page of detail. So when we refer to the budget page, that's the document we're talking about. Just as a way of overview, I don't want to really repeat what we talked about last week, but we have a rather large budget again this year with a general fund. Need to move a general fund proposed budget of $205 million, with financing of $195 million. The total countywide budget We have 308,332,035 with financing of 300,285,000.
Where is that?
That's on page 1-6 of Schedule 1. It's about 6 pages in. And the general fund is the first line on Schedule 1.
Okay. Anything else you need to preliminarily?
The other thing I want to talk about, we have a hearing scheduled for today. We have, I believe, one department that cannot make it today. Is that right?
Yeah.
And so,
Connor won't be able to make it today.
so if we could, at the end of today, perhaps you would like to continue this until tomorrow after the board meeting, and hold the record open until the 17th, or anything else that needs to be added. I did talk to Denise Ducheney on Saturday. I think a number of you did as well. She indicated to me that they were going to begin hearings today on the state budget. She was hopeful that they would have a state budget sometime soon.
Sure.
She's the chair, what can I say? I don't know how many of you have seen some of the newspaper articles. The governor's May revise, of course, intends to cover the entire deficit. However, there are some problems with his proposal in covering that deficit. And I want to say that the Elizabeth Hill has settled on the deficit. Her proposal to cover the deficit would still leave a little bit of a gap, but she thought there was a way to fill that. The Assembly's deficit is $7 million, about 7.1. The Senate's proposal has about a $10 billion deficit. There is currently apparently no proposal in Sacramento that fills the deficit. What you have in the larger binder are adjustments. Adjustments are things that were inadvertently left out of the proposal, things that happened after the proposal was put together, or actions the board has already taken. So in the general fund, we have adjustments of $59,000. No, I'm sorry, is that right?
What page is that on?
This is in the big book
In the
under
big book, and
second tab.
the second tab.
Budget adjustments, tab 2.
Tab 2, okay.
It's $59,000 for the general fund.
Which there's a summary in the beginning of the...
Right, there is a... At the beginning of the adjustments is a summary, a spreadsheet, and then the backup is in the tab behind it.
On page 6 of the summary is where the totals come out.
The augmentations, there are 2 tabs for augmentation. There's one that just says augmentation, and then one that says supplemental budget augmentations, ones that came in after the first was produced. Just like the adjustments, they refer to the tabs right behind it so that you can see the backup. Now, there are some tabs that don't have anything in them, and part of that is because some of those earlier augmentations were changed, and instead of confusing you, we just took them out.